This is Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster. I wanted to talk to you about an issue that just actually came up this morning. In 4 years, I've never been asked this before, and it actually caused me to hesitate for a moment, only because I pondered, you were never asked this, and how come it took so long to be asked that? It was a great question, and the question was this: if I'm, as a homeowner, if I represent myself during the claim process and I'm going to get, for example, $4,500 on the claim. Now, we never know what the dollars are, but I mean, the bottom line is, let's say that it looks like this is going to be somewhere around $4,500 worth of damage. And I represent myself and I am able to get the $4,500. Well, again, this is all hypothetical. The point is, now you come in and you're able to get me $5,700. But when you take your fee, or let's make it more realistic, you end up getting $5,500, let's say. And when we're all said and done, $4,500, you get more, but once you take your fee, it comes down and they're just about the same. Why get you involved with this thing? What was the purpose? Why wouldn't I do better just going on my own then? And the answer right away came to me. And as I explained it to him, I said, okay, well, you did this on your own, not really knowing what the guidelines, what the procedure, what you need to follow. And you got that, which means that probably you had a fairly decent insurance adjuster that was going to treat you fairly. And that's not the common practice like that, but that's great because it does happen. I think that sometimes people get the impression that the insurance adjuster, every single time he's going to be out there to stick it to you and forget it, it's over with. Well, the percentage is extremely high that that's what's going to happen to you. It's extremely high. So why play with the numbers like that? If you get a public adjuster, somebody's on your side representing you to make sure things are done. But back to the original question. The purpose is, yes, the end result could have been basically the same, right? As we said. But at least you know absolutely, unequivocally, that because you had that representation, because you had somebody that knew what they were doing, that you definitely got everything you possibly could have. And everything was addressed, everything was looked at, and whatever, if there was remediation that had to come into play, that was done properly. You have somebody, and that's one thing that we do too. When you do have a restoration company come in for mitigation, we also work with them. We look over things. Of course, normally if it's a reputable company, we know this. We know what their practices are. We know how thorough or not they are. But there's a checks and balances that's going along that you don't even consider. Because you can have somebody good coming in to take care of things and somebody not so good. So by getting a public adjuster involved, even if the end result would be, and that would be so darn difficult to determine, but the fact that you have somebody coming in like a public adjuster to help you, now you know absolutely that you got treated fairly on this claim. That's what puts everything to rest. There should be no question, no reasonable doubt. You know that we came in and we know that claim went the best way it possibly could. Homeowners all the time are notorious that I want to get more out of this claim. Well, the claim is the claim. You can't make it any better. You can't make it any worse. This is what it is. The idea is that you need to be indemnified. You need to be made whole as much as possible to what the value should really be. And that's what we end up doing. So the answer again to that is, folks, that by having representation, you know without a doubt that you were definitely treated fairly at the outset of everything, that you got everything that you could for that value of claim. So you're getting peace of mind. All right, guys, I hope that clears that up. If anybody was ever wondering that, or if you did and you happen to think about it now you know the answer to it. Huh? You're ahead of the game. Good for you. I'm Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster, and I hope that you liked what you heard. I hope it was informative. If you would, could you support me? Give me one of these. I really appreciate that. Guys, if you would share this, if you would subscribe to my page. I'm always looking for new people to subscribe. This helps to put my message out to as many people as possible. I am truly trying to help people out there.